Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem, Rakar Kadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone, preaching His word truthfully and sincerely. Shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching His word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, that be like unto the speckled bird, preaching His word truthfully and sincerely. I say shalom to your Akim out there. And this is a quick sit-down lesson on this January the 3rd, 2022, on this Monday night. And I'm about to bring this article, was just recently. And you know, this is the year of 2022, when Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, turning it up, you know. And this is from the Associated Press, I believe. And this is published about 8 hours ago. And the highlight of this article right here shows fighting intensifies in eastern Colombia. At least 23 killed. Boldaga, Colombia, at least 23 people were killed in Colombia this weekend, and 20 had to flee their homes as fighting between rebel groups intensified in the east state of Arauca. Colombia's defense minister said Monday. And it says the killing marks the setback of Colombia's government, which was able to bring down homicide rates in much of the countries following a 2016 peace deal with the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia, but now struggling to control violence in rural pockets of the country, where smaller rebel groups and drug trafficking organizers are fighting over smuggling routes and coca fields, illegal mines, and other assets. In Arauca is home of some of the most Colombia's largest oil wells. Also, it's crossed by a pipeline that is regularly attacked by rebel groups that steals its oil. The state borders Venezuela, and drug trafficking groups have been fighting over its smuggling routes for decades. In a statement on Monday, it says Colombian army says the latest outbreak of violence was caused by fighting between the National Liberation Army, or ELN guerrilla group, and former members of the FARC who refused to join the peace deal. The army said that the both groups are currently fighting for dominance over the area drug trade. It says Juan Carlos Velit, a human rights officer in the town of towards Colombia's Blue Radio, that he received reports of civilians were dragged out of their homes and were executed on Sunday by members of the armed groups. Viotate said that he has reports of 50 people were missing and 27 of them were killed over the weekend. So yeah, man, that's, even though, you know, Colombia had a history with this, you know, going on over there in that region, you know, they started back with that, you know, that drug trafficking and stuff like that, which is kind of going off anyway, you know. They're not supposed to, you know, do the drug trafficking and stuff like that, especially towards your own people and stuff like that, you know. And, you know, these are the Asherites. Those the Colombian, they part of the 12 tribes of Israel as well, too. You know, they are under the curses, you know. because the Colombians, so-called Colombians, they from the tribe of Ash.
Oh. Okay, see. Tell me we get straight. All right.
So and I'm gonna bring out a scripture too, and relates to this situation. And we're in that time of Yahweh Shem Al Shai, the Edens, in many different categories. Not just only in North America, but around the world as well too. And there's gonna be many increase of different events going on, around the world. And it's gonna be the year of, like I mentioned before, the year of Yahweh Shem Al Shai, turning up in 2022. And this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 39, verse 28. There are be spirits that are created for vengeance, with the fury lay on a sore stroke, and the time of the destruction that poured out their force and appease the wrath of him that made it. Because it's going to be upwards of the people. Like the scripture says, I roughly paraphrase, they shall regard nor their kings nor their princes. I believe that's the situation over there the situation over there in Colombia. You're having the armed forces dragging families out of their homes. It says over the weekend over there in Colombia was like 27 people were killed and like 50 missing. So, hey, that's that spirits are created for vengeance. And then you're going to have a lot of people rebellion, around the world. As you see in that, I believe it was one guy, he had set himself on fire. And he said, he said, no warders mandate, no warders card, verification card of that sort, So, you got a rebellion of that as well, too. That's why you see these upwards of these protesters and stuff like that around the world. Hey, for the past, I believe this past weekend, man, it was just a lot of,
So, so.
Salakia. But yeah, it's gonna be continual increase, turn up the heat of increase of upwards of people and complexity of stress of nations. You're gonna see that around the world as well too. And you're gonna see more of cases that are spirits created for this. And this got a lot to do with, rebellion of should regard their kings or their princes and as such, for an example, and it's going to increase, intensify. So, I hope this lesson was edifying through the spirit, power, grace, and mercy of Yahweh Yahushua. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles, of Great Millstone, preaching His word chiefly and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered to the four corners of the globe, preaching His word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim that be like unto the speckled bird, preaching His word truthfully, faithfully, strongly, and sincerely. And until next time, I will say shalom.